Hey guys, it's Mary. I'm a former structural engineer at NASA, and I am a woman of distinction.
Hey everyone, so my name is Emily Rosovsky, and I'm just so excited to be talking with you, video chatting with you, I suppose. But I work in a couple of worlds. So my background is in digital marketing and technology. I started a company called the Women in Tech Campaign, which is all around bringing together different types of women in the technology industry and sharing our experiences. I also work at Amazon and am launching a tech product as part of their innovation team. My role is really in the intersection of digital technology and marketing. So I do a lot of even though I know how to code, I know how to do different technology integrations and stuff, I primarily work on the business side. So, there's a lot of different avenues that you can take when you explore tech as a profession. And I'm excited that if you're listening to this, if you're interested in this, that you're exploring something that hopefully is really exciting to you. So part of the question that I'm answering today is, what is my life lesson? And as someone who has lived, I think, a lot of different roles, a lot of different lives in technology, the one thing that I've learned is that we do not have time to waste doing stuff that doesn't actually make us feel alive. Now, I don't mean we don't do hard things, because every day when I log onto my computer or get on my email, I'm doing things that are hard, or I'm facing things that are challenges. But ultimately, at the core of all of it, I feel incredibly motivated and incredibly alive. Like my body lights up, my heart lights up when I'm attacking a problem for me. Not for my boss, not for my coworker, not for someone down the hall, but ultimately, if there's one thing that I can impart, is that, I didn't even say this quote, but we need to feel alive, because what the world needs is people who feel alive. And if you feel alive when you're coding, or when you're developing a website, or when you're even talking with your friend, whatever it is that makes you just really sprightly get up out of bed in the morning, that was probably weird grammar, but whatever. Whatever helps you really get out of bed in the morning, which motivates you to do the hard things, that's the stuff that's worth doing. I think I spent a lot of my life, a lot of my career so far, and I'm still young, working for other people and trying to fit myself into the puzzle piece that was a job, that puzzle piece that was an agency or a company or whatever it is. And ultimately, what I've realized, and what I hope you don't have to go through, is that it's okay to actually just really be passionate about something that you love. And if you don't know what you're passionate about, it's also okay to be passionate about figuring out what you're passionate about, which I think has definitely been my path. Starting a lot of things, trying a lot of things, and ultimately landing on what makes my heart happy. We just don't have time to waste. We don't have time to waste. And if we can understand what makes other people's hearts happy, then that is the core of empathy. And that's really what business relationships are built on. Okay, so that's all my little wisdom I'm going to impart today. But please feel free to check me out at Emily Rosovsky on Instagram or Twitter. And I hope you have a really wonderful rest of your day.
Hi, my name is Bianca. I am 29 years old. I am a Brazilian living in the Netherlands, and I am a full stack developer. And today I want to tell you a little bit more about one of the most valuable lessons I did learn in my life. When I was younger, I used to get pretty upset if people had these offensive and disrespectful opinions about me or against me. And I didn't understand why people were like that. Sometimes I even thought it was my fault or something. But a thing that I learned about that is that people, they are who they are. If people are like that, they probably don't want to change. They probably don't want to be in another way, because you see that there are plenty of information on internet nowadays. So if someone wanted to be, for example, racist or sexist, they will be. And the thing is, you probably will encounter those people, and you probably have to deal with those situations more than once in your life, probably more than 5 times, or who knows. And it's not your job to change the mentality of those people, because believe me, if they wanted to be changed, they would, like I said, there's plenty of information, right? But it is your job to take care that your mentality, your mindset is ready and prepared to deal with those kind of things. So you have to tweak it to know how to deal with those situations whenever they take place. And once you understand that people will be like that, and it's shame on them, and it's not your fault, and now and then you are like strong to think how to deal with it, you're gonna be okay, and you're gonna know how to counter or live those situations without feeling bad about yourself. And since I learned that, I became a much more strong person, because I don't blame myself anymore, and there is not only a moment where I think it could that be my fault. So I hope this lesson can be also useful for you, and I wish you a really successful path. Bye bye.
Hi, my name is Dr. Damilola, and I am a dental surgeon and an aesthetic dentist. I am married. I have 2 beautiful children, a boy and a girl. I'm a Christian. I went to medical school at the College of Medicine, University of Lagos. I finished in 2011, and I have been practicing in private practice ever since. Right now I have risen to managing partner at the dental practice I work. I also run an NGO called the Community Dentist, where we go to rural areas, communities and urban areas to enlighten people about their dental health, oral health, and the dangers that bad oral health poses to the society. I also run a show, a web series called The Dentist Next Door, also to educate people about oral health. Now, my major life lesson is never let failure dictate where you're going in life or dictate your destination in life. While I was in medical school, I failed a couple of exams at different times, and I almost thought that I couldn't do it, I couldn't make it, maybe it wasn't for me, maybe I wasn't cut out to be in medical school and all that. But I dusted myself at every time and did my exams and passed them. I finished in good time. I finished at the time I was supposed to finish, and I realized that it was just my mind. Never let any form of failure or setback at any point dictate that you cannot be something or you cannot get somewhere in life. It's just your mind, and it's a lie. Everything that you put effort and hard work to, even if you fail, you only learn a better way of doing it. It only gives you an opportunity to pick yourself up, and do it again and get better at it. This is my life lesson, and I hope you've learned something.
My name is Kelly Knight, and I'm from Northern Virginia. I'm an associate professor at George Mason University in the Forensic Science program. Prior to coming to Mason, I worked full-time in a crime lab as a DNA analyst in the state of Maryland. My life lesson is follow your heart, but make sure you take your brain with you. As a woman and a working mother and a minority in STEM, I've made a lot of decisions throughout my life and my career that some people just didn't agree with. Maybe they weren't fully in support of, maybe they didn't understand it. And if I hadn't followed my heart and let those people influence me, I wouldn't be where I am today. However, I also say make sure you take your brain with you because it's important to remember that your heart can get you into a bad position, especially if you're a very passionate person like myself. So when it comes to decisions, make sure that you follow your heart, but listen to the advice of others and do your research, consider your circumstances, and use your brain to ultimately make the right decision for you. You have the final say-so in determining the destiny for your life.
Hi everyone, my name is Tramy, and a little bit about my background. So in fall 2017, I graduated with a communication studies degree with a specialization in interpersonal and organizational communication. And so I went on to pursue digital marketing. Fast forward to 2020, and I currently am a front-end web engineer for a startup. So from 2017 to 2020, it's been one of the craziest and wildest rides I've ever gone on, and I love roller coasters. So my life lesson is to follow your heart as well as following your mind and logic, because at the end of the day, deep down when you look in, the first thought that comes to your mind is what you truly want to do in life. And deep down, I've always had an interest for technology. In middle school, I created websites for MySpace, like layouts for MySpace, and not websites, but particularly layouts from MySpace and Zynga. And I really enjoyed it. I learned basic HTML and CSS. And when I pursued in undergrad, I thought I wanted to do pharmacy, but deep down, I really didn't. And I was following my uncle's footstep because he is a pharmacist. And I thought that's what I wanted. But in reality, that wasn't what I wanted. And so in fall 2019, I followed my heart and enrolled in a coding bootcamp downtown Dallas called Dev Mountain, and it is one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life, because not only did I fly across half country to a town that I've never lived in by myself, not only was the coding boot camp crazy and very fun though, there was a lot of personal and professional development. And so back to my life lesson again is to follow your heart, look within, and the things that you really wanted to do as a child or as you were growing up, but society tells you that you're not able to do it, you're a woman, you're a minority, forget all of that. Who cares what society says? So at the end of the day, it's about your wants, your needs, and what you value in life. What are you gonna get out of your life? What are you gonna get out from having a career? And for me personally, is having a career where it fulfills me in my creative ways and being able to express myself through technology and creating technology to impact the world. Thank you.